Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series, we will go back to where it all started. And this time round, we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way.
Today we are in Mendoza for the Get Rid of the Body challenge, which entails eliminating Don Yates in a garden shredder. So for today's challenge, the only item we'll need to be bringing with us will be some coins, and we're going to be starting in the default starting place, the parking lot. So, right from the start and off the bat, we need to trigger the routine of the lawyer, Mr. Aaron Ford Jr. here. So while he is talking to Mr. Yates on the phone, we are going to make our way up towards the villa. So we're going to select our coins, we're going to run over to the left-hand side of the entrance to the villa, and we're going to throw one of our coins as far as possible over to the right-hand side of the entrance. That should get both of the guards to look in that direction, and we can then duck behind them without getting hitched up on the wall and into the lilac bushes. So from here we're going to head sort of in a diagonal direction up towards the rear of the villa area until we come to an axe in a tree stump, at which point we are going to scoot across this road once those two guards there move on, and we're heading for that tree you can see up in front of us. Now up in that tree is a bird's nest with a rare-ish bird in it, and our lawyer, who we are waiting on, is a keen ornithologist. So he's going to notice that bird, and he's going to come over to have a look at it, and at that point we will then be able to get behind him and render him unconscious and rob him of all of his stuff. So there is Mr. Ford Jr. right now. He's just been distracted by the song of the rare bird that he's interested in, and he's going to make his way over here and basically gush over this little birdie. We're just going to wait for the two patrolling guards who are just making their way past at this point to make their way past, and once I deem them a safe distance, we can then sneak up behind the lawyer, render him unconscious. We can leave his body there in the bushes, he won't be found. I'm going to take his briefcase and his file and his clothes. Now the briefcase does actually come in handy. You don't strictly need it, but it does help because we are going to have to hide a gun somewhere.
Aaron Ford Jr. Don Yates is expecting me.
Okay, right this way, Mr. Ford.
So once we get to the front gate, we're going to announce our presence as we are expected, and the guard will lead us into a small office in the corner of the villa. The guard will hang around, so we are going to have to get rid of him, and see the gun on his back that we are going to have to hide somewhere.
You can set up your shop in here. Mr. Yates will be right with you.
So we're just going to wait for the other guard who passes through this room to pass through this room. Wait for that door to close, and then this guy is going for a nap. So once we have him unconscious, we want to quickly get him in the closet provided. We're going to collect up his gun and we're going to put it in the briefcase, so it just doesn't distract anyone. So if it comes to Don Yates spotting the gun, he will wander off and find a guard to take it away. His personal bodyguard will wait outside the room. So once we have everything set up, we're going to place the documents we've collected on the desk there, and all we have to do now is await the arrival of Don Yates himself. I'm just going to look for a nice cinematic spot to stand. This will have to do. So once Mr. Yates arrives, we can then approach him and present to him the documentation, and then we will get an opportunity to knock him out.
All right, you're on the clock, Aaron. Dazzle me. What do we got on Burnwood?
She's an orphan. Parents killed by one of our clients, Blue Seed Pharmaceuticals. The experience taught her to seek justice outside the system. Would you like me to go through her records? They're quite extensive.
Well, somebody did their homework. No, just her involvement in the 1% killings. Starting with our clients. Details, please. The gorier, the better.
Well, here's one that might interest you. Janus, a retired KGB spy master.
So at this point, Don Yates will approach the desk, giving us the opportunity to knock him out. We're going to drag him over to the window, and the whole time 47 is still doing his presentation. We're just going to wait for the patrolling guard outside to meet up with his colleague. They will both have their backs to us. We can then dump the lawyer out of the window, straight into the shredder, and shred him.
DNA specific virus. Take a look right here, Mr. Yates.
So that will get you the hide the body challenge. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. And as we're up at the villa and won't be trespassing, we're going to make our way up to the Yates' bedroom, grab the sports car's keys, and exit via the black convertible out in the car park here. So we will be leaving in style. So there we go, one more challenge taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.